What's up, people? Welcome to the Dusty News Network. Yes, I'm sorry. After I had originally planned for this to be the last show, I don't know why I thought there was going to be a couple more, but I realized I'm already starting to get, inquiries about what the topic is for next year. People that were speakers last time or time before that want to come back. So I'm already starting to juggle stuff with February, and it's not even October yet. So I really need, and I don't want to put that pressure on myself like I did, wait until the last minute. So I'm going to try to book people, make their show pages, make their graphics and stuff a little at a time, so I'm not crushed like I have been. So I'm trying to do better planning. So that means I need to cut off the time I spend on DNN because there's hours every week reviewing the slides and putting, what you guys send in, and then putting them together, conferring with it's a lot. So we're going to cut this off today, but we do have a lot of your submissions to show you. So I hope that you enjoy it. And yeah, but like I said earlier, this show is every summer. So if you find some stuff over the course of the next few months that you think would be good for DNN, starting next spring, then please go ahead and send it in. Same thing. Um, you know, oops, hold on a second. I'll give you all the information to send in a minute. So let's get started with our show. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this a little bigger this time. Nope. I'm trying to see how, because people were complaining that they couldn't really see me. I don't know what else to do. Um, I don't want to just show me. I want to be able to show the slides. So I guess you guys, I don't know, we're just going to have to suffer with um, with this. Okay. There we go. We'll try it this way, and then if it doesn't work, then you guys complain. Then next year we'll do something different. All right. Okay, let's get going on this. The Dusty News Network for Friday, September 24th. This is what I wanted to show you. So it's, copy this down, but it's in it's, I don't know, it's all over the site. My email address, survivingdating@gmail.com. That's the one I use for this show. I have another one, a Debsterism, but I usually use that when I have panel discussions in February. That's the only time I use that email address. So I keep things separate. But this is where you would send it, Dusty News or DNN. Okay. You see things that you want to include in the show as we go through this. Be sure to hit that like and the subscription button. And here we go. Slide number 1. This little dust bucket right here. He says, I want to call this girl so bad, but her rent is due tomorrow. So I'm going to just wait till the 13th, he says. I'm like, wow. You are supremely dusty, sir. I don't even know what to say. He just scared somebody going to ask him for something. He is just so scared. And somebody mentioned last time, that they could hear this little hum in the background. Yes, that is my ceiling fan. Do you know how fucking hot it is in here? It's been like in the 80s and 90s. And I have to have the fan on before I just die. So just bear with me. Yes, he don't want to pay no money. Okay, I'm not even sure. I hear people use this term all the time, my work wife. Maybe somebody can go into detail and explain to me what that is exactly. What are the parameters for that? What are the responsibilities and obligations of a work wife versus a wife that you have at home at your house? I want to make sure I understand this concept. But look at dude's face, looking guilty as hell. Guilty as hell. Hey, Shay. He's just looking guilty as he can be up there eating his food that his work wife got for him. Ah. Okay, now this one really kind of, I don't know, this disturbed me. It's like he was acting single at work. Is that what that is, Diana? Oh, busted. Um, his whole premise here is that women do what they do as far as what, their hair, nails, makeup, and whatever for the attention of men. It's like they are so freaking narcissistic and egotistical. They can't ever conceive that a woman would do something just because she likes it, whether it's some man likes it or not. They just, I don't, that thought just, that seems so foreign to them. They think every single thing we do, everything we say, everything we think about, all the books we read, all the conversations we have are about them. And I'm like, this is just, I don't know what to say. So here he is complaining and trying to be the voice of representative of the unelected representative of all men, that natural hair is the way to go. There are so many men that like different things. It's like, if a woman was gonna try to do that stupidity, there's so many different ways that things that men like. I tell you, I did an experiment, right? I've been wearing my hair like this for years. My daughter, from the time I can start doing her hair, I put her hair in twists too. We don't do our hair, okay, in this family. Well, in this family, like my cousins and all them, they do. Me and my daughter, we don't do shit to our hair, but wash it and put it in back and twist. That's it. That's what we do. So I had the brilliant idea. They had this, I don't know if they still had it, so probably this spray on like hair color stuff, right? And so I got this, I got the blonde, like I don't know, kind of a brownie blonde, not like yellow blonde. And so my cousin, we pulled up, and so we spraying some of the twists, right? So I had like this bright, like this blonde part that was right here. And I went to wash it off. It was no big deal. But it gave me a completely different look. And then so we went out to Jeffrey's Inner Circle that night when Jeffrey's was still popping down at on 14th Street. So I had this blonde shit in my hair, right? I'd never looked like that before. And so many men was on me. It was just crazy. And, that was what let me know different things are going to attract different men. Okay. So, I didn't do it for that purpose. I just did it because we were going out and I just wanted a different look. My cousin was like, girl, come on, let's do this and that. And she wanted me to do it like permanent. I'm like, oh, hell to the no. So we put that spray in. It lasted, I don't know, a couple of days, and then it washed out. But I just thought this was just really interesting and totally representative of their mentality of how they're going to judge, your sexiness and your attractiveness and what you do based on them. It's like, just because you don't like it, that don't mean the dude standing right next to you doesn't love it. Okay? Just like some dudes like all them tats and piercings and stuff, and some don't. You know what I mean? It's like women do what they do because they like it. So all you dudes listening to this that are confused, ain't nobody thinking about you except maybe the girl that you dating or married to. Nobody else cares what you think. You're like an irrelevant, non-motherfucking factor in all these women's lives. So just get over yourself. Oh my God. Okay, I thought this was hysterical. That thing gonna fall off that wall and bop his ass on the head. But who does that? I know they do that at those what was that restaurant? That 40s restaurant that the movie stars owned and stuff, and it was real popular for a while. They had all them cars and stuff, and the seats looked like old cars, and they had shit up on the walls, Harleys and all the stuff. And I don't know, maybe that's where he got that idea. I don't think I'd feel too good about that in California, where we have earthquakes all the time. That should be falling off that wall and landing on your head. You'd be the only fatality in the whole state from an earthquake. Okay, here they go ragging on women again. It's like, women, how tall are you? Looking all, excited to find out this so they can screen out the dude. So the dude want to flip it. Well, how much do you weigh? It's like the women be getting all mad. Yeah, Johnny Rockets. Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, Diana. That's it. I couldn't think of the name of it. It was real big for a while. It was just like, you have a line to get in there and everything. It was crazy. The one in San Francisco. But, women, we don't want to talk about our weight. Neither do we want to talk about our age. Some don't mind. But, it's like a rude question to ask. And my grandmother she broke us all of that habit because she said, a bitch that'll tell her age or tell anything and don't trust her. That's what she used to tell us when we were growing up. And so I was like, oh, I never asked her why though, but she used to say it with such conviction, you just got the feeling that you shouldn't question her. So I didn't. Yeah. Now, this is a really good question. You know what I mean? And who but a dust bucket would make a comment like this anyway? So, she says, hey, like if I look materialistic, why on earth would you approach me? You ain't got no materials. You don't have nothing. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no bling. You don't have no investments. You don't have nothing to give me. No, nothing. So and you say I look materialistic. Why are you here, sir? Why are you here? Just to tell me something I already know? Okay, Einstein. You can scurry along now, little roach, because we did that. We already know that. I thought this was wild. Yeah, doesn't that make any sense to you? Okay, now this I just put this in there to show the viciousness of which, and all the women deal with this kind of stuff online. A lot of people that say, you guys make that up, it's not that bad. Men don't be doing that. You picked them, this and that. I never saw this motherfucker before in my life. Don't know him, never interacted with him, nothing, unless he's using a different screen name. But he responded to a comment that was on the wall under one of the videos, and he didn't like what I said, right, in the video. So we went back and forth a little bit, and then this is what he hit me with. This not as funny as me slitting your face, he says. And then I started immediately thinking, oh, maybe I need to clean my guns because it looks like I'm going to have to put one in motion. So I just told come on. That's what you want to do. You're not going to scare me, threaten me. Let's see you do it. Let's see you try anyway. So I can shoot your hand off and then go for your brain. I'm a good shot. I shoot better than all my brothers. So it's like, so I just told him, your Obama better have a damn good burial policy because motherfucker, the next thing you see, the next face you're going to see is going to be Jesus after you see the Grim Reaper. But, it's like they say this kind of stuff and they try to scare me. I'm like, oh, no. Wow, I've had my gun all this time and all I've gotten to shoot is targets. I'll actually get to shoot a person and be vindicated for it. And I won't even have to go to jail because you made this threat to me. And I saved it and I sent it to YouTube and I did everything to cover my ass and let them know what you did. So the first instance anybody had come near me with any kind of threatening behavior and I dropped them, there would be nothing. I thought it was this person, but it doesn't matter who it was. They was threatening my life. And so I killed them. And so there you go. I was just waiting. I was like, ooh, this is going to be a good day. Because I'm tired of shooting things. It would be nice to shoot a person who deserved it for a change. So I wasn't scared at all. I was like, ooh, this is an opportunity. My brothers think I'm crazy, but they don't understand. It's like, I'm not going to let nobody scare me like that. So anyway, go back to fun stuff. I suck at relationships because as soon as you go outside, I hate you and I don't want you no more. This dude, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's like, and the lady asked him, fuck you supposed to do? Just be down like a caged animal, which is a good point. It's like, so soon as she goes outside, you don't want her anymore. You are tripping, man. You talk about insecurity. Yes, Iron Maiden, that was exactly what it is because, I forgot I didn't save that part. I only, I sent YouTube the threat part. But, there was a little disagreement about what I said in the video. I don't remember which one it was under now. But he didn't like it. He did not like it. And so when I told him basically to kiss my ass and fuck off because it's my channel, I do the fuck I want, he got upset. And so then he came back. I said something was funny. I remember that part. Said, you funny, you a clown and, all this kind of stuff. You know how I do. And then he got in his feelings and hit me with that. So then I hit him with what was going to be his funeral announcement. And so then he didn't come back. Plus, YouTube probably got him anyway. But, because when you do that kind of stuff and somebody's like me and takes a screenshot of it and sends it to them immediately, and they can look on your account because you registered and they know your IP address and they know who hosts your account and they know everything about you, what part of the country you're in. And pretty much, if they get in touch with your service provider, they can know who you are and where you live at. So you can't be online making threats like that, you idiots. Your ass will be locked up. So, it's like niggas don't think. They don't think. I don't know what they think. I don't know. They don't understand that, all these services are connected and that they report stuff to the government and that police be watching and all this kind of stuff. Not only the police, the Homeland Security too. You can't be online making threats like that to women or to anybody. Your ass is going to get either, if she got the right kind of relatives, you're going to be missing or you are going to be in prison for making threats. So, either way, it's a stupid ass thing to do. Get out your feelings if you're on the fucking internet. And if you can't do that, then stay your ass off of it and just watch Netflix. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is all these men are so ignorant of the laws and facts and how these things work and all the tracking tools that the government and these agencies have in place to know who you are and what you're doing on the internet, on the phone, at your job, on the street with all these cameras. They watch you constantly. So idiots who do stuff like this, to me, want to get caught. They want to go to jail. They just the ignorance is just too high to be believed. So I'm like, whatever. So that's why I said I had all kind of, already built in self-defense. So if I dropped him, then it wouldn't nobody could say, well, he shouldn't have threatened me then. And then that would have been that. Okay, let's move on. Oh, Mr. Jordan. I'm like, what does this dude want? A mommy? That's why he won my clown awards this week. That little clown emblem I put up there. He gets the clown award. Let me see. Let me make this bigger since this. How do I do this? Nope. Like this? Yes. I'll make it bigger since this has so much text on it. Mr. Jordan. He says, please, be the woman that'll help fill out job applications. The woman that'll help open up a bank account just to save and get him on his feet. The woman that'll tell him right from wrong. The woman that'll plan things to do just to keep him out the streets. The woman that'll help him go from nothing to something. The woman that'll motivate him and make sure his head is always on straight. Be the woman that's down through it all. Be the woman that is his titty. That's what he wants. He wants a mommy that he can fuck. That's what he's looking for. This is fucking ridiculous. And to put your name and your face on here and it's a total display of non-manhood, weakness, pitiful lost soulness on the internet for the world to see, motherfucker, there is something seriously wrong with you. I could not believe it. This is so Dusty. This is like the king of dust. And I don't even think that you could tell, kind of young dude. I don't think he understands how much of a turnoff this is. You got to have a woman to either be your woman, your partner, your peer, your equal, or you going to have somebody taking care of you like a child. And if she sees you as a child, she's not going to be sexually excited about sleeping with you. You're like a baby to her. And then don't be looking for her to respect you as a man because you're not acting like one. There's nothing about this that says manhood. This is all young teen, 12-year-old mindset stuff. Yep, change his poopy diapers too. This is all the stuff that should happen when you're a minor child, right? This is what your mothers and fathers do to teach you. They help you go from nothing to something. They teach you how to fill out a job application. They teach you how to do a resume or sign you up for a class for it. They help you open up a bank account. First, they supervise it. Once you turn 18, they turn it over to you, right? These are things I did for my daughter. to teach her how to save, how to balance a checkbook, how to budget when she wanted to make a large purchase. You open up a little account for them. She had a little card, but the most she could get out, I think, was 50. I said it's a $50, I think, or something like that. So she could feel like, she could buy stuff, but she couldn't get more than that because then I'd be like, what you trying to buy? Making sure it was all kosher and somebody wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? Because how people they see the teen has some money, then they want to try to take advantage of them. I locked her shit down, so the most it was going to get was $50. Thank you, Khaleesi. Yes, oh, Lady Hathor, she came with the phrase. Let me put this across the screen. Bottom of the barrel, Dusty. Man, if that is not the perfect thing for this dude, the perfect title for Mr. Randall Jordan. I don't know, dude. You really need to grow up. Oh, oops. This is a good question, ladies. Like I told you, my dad always said there's no woman dumber than the bitch that will fuck for free. So you got some man jumping up and down on you and, calling himself your man, or even if he's not, he's still, trying to use your body and use your resources and spend time at your house and tie up your time and all that stuff. And you don't have no electricity in your house. Mm-hmm. Yep. I had a male friend like that. You know what? He called himself my friend. You know them friends that be hanging around thinking that they're gonna slide in. And so I knew what the deal was, but it was never gonna be like that. So let's see what happened though. Something happened, and I was expecting, like a big amount of money, but at that time, I had to move, enroll my daughter in college, did all the stuff. So I spent like I don't know thousands, like $10 or $12,000, all within like a week. And so I was looking at my bank account like, well, goddamn. So I had, this light bill that I said, oh, I don't want to save my money. I only had like, it was like 100 something bucks. So I asked him to pay it until my check came in. Now, it's not like I didn't have the money. I was just trying to conserve it just in case something big happened. You know what I mean? So, this nigga, well, when is it due and all this kind of stuff? I'm like, okay. So I said, are you going to pay it or not? Well, he had all these things. I said, okay, well, because like I said, I had the money. I just didn't want to spend it. It was going to be more convenient for me to make sure I kept some just in case something happened with my daughter or something. You know what I mean? I just needed until this other big check came in. So I said, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. When we hang up today, I don't want you to ever call me again. I want you to lose my number. I want you to block my number and forget you ever knew me. Because he didn't know I had the money. So I'm pitching it like, I was in a tight spot, which I actually was. You know what I mean? It's like, God, how did I spend all this money? So, I mean, it just all hit at once. That's what happened. And so he didn't want to do it. And so I'm like, okay, I cut his fucking ass loose. Be trying to come to my house and eat dinner and, just use up my time hanging out. Let's go to a movie. Let's go bowling. Let's do this and that. No, we ain't doing none of that, nigga. You just stay the fuck out of my way. That's what you're going to do. So anyway, I got somebody else to pay it. But I just thought that was interesting because, they be trying to come at you like they such a friend and he's so in your corner and, he'll do anything for you. They be trying to talk their way into your penny. So I'm like, okay, let me call your bluff and see what happens. And that's how he played himself. So I'm like, oh, nigga, you full of shit. So that was the end of that. This was funny. It's like, I feel a spark between us. And let me see if I can, I feel a spark between us. And he was over there trying to like blow it out, hitting it with the thing up there to try to put the fire out, got on his fire hose pants and all kind of stuff. Yes, honey, let's just put that flame right on out. Why don't we? I was rolling. I thought this was hilarious. Ain't nobody trying to be with no dusty man. Not in this day and age. There's so many, I don't know. These guys, I don't know what's wrong with them. They just freaking don't get it. They really think that somebody wants to be with them and they don't act right. And they talk to you crazy and say all kind of stupid stuff. Okay, this individual here just had me rolling. It's like, some people call it the struggle, but I call it fuck them dishes. And this, I hate to say it, but a lot of us do that. They use them styrofoam plates and styrofoam bowls and plastic cups and stuff, and they don't want to. Some people don't even have dishes in their house. They only have that kind of stuff. And I'm like, wow, I have some nice, really nice dishes. Yes, Lady Hathor, I understand that I'm kind of different in that way, but I think the only thing I can think of, well, they don't know. They told me I came out the womb acting a fool, so I was like kind of a rough and tumble from birth. But I think a lot of my personality and the toughness I had to develop having three brothers, you got to hold your own. And the way they tease me, I don't have time to be all of my feelings crying and stuff like that. I had to learn how to fight back and get them back verbally. And then I'm an expert thrower because, they would outrun me. They were older and faster. But honey, I have a pitch that is like nobody's business. I even learned before I even knew what billiards was, how to bounce something off a wall at a certain angle and make it go down and hit them when they were hiding around the corner. I could do all kind of magical throwing and shit like that, but I couldn't catch them. They was too fast. But you use paper plates? Well, paper is at least biodegradable. Styrofoam's not. So, all the styrofoam stuff, it just stays in landfill forever. But I used I just said I like my dishes. And then I just wash them, and after I finish eating, I have dishwasher in the dishwasher. I have this kind of thing. It's like you put the soap in, it has a little spring, and it's a brush, and you go chugga, 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 and it foams up. You scrub off the plate in the front, you scrub off the plate in the back, you rinse it off and put it in the dish drain. Okay, Tracy, I'm gonna talk about you. Oh, Vervania is a bowl person. I have some friends like that. They put all their food in bowls. It's the most amazing thing. I call them the bowl couple. They have plates and stuff, but they don't never use them. They just have a whole bunch of different sizes of bowls, and so everything is in a bowl. That shit is funny. I never knew anybody like that. Now I know two. Well, actually three, because it's them two, man, woman, and now Ravania. That's three people. Oh, this is hilarious. Let's move on. Okay, now dude is over here. He about to tell y'all about your coochie gang. Tell me about your coochie gang. And he says that if it's whack, then they could last forever. 45 minutes and still, still be going. If it's all right, it might hit 30, 45 minutes. If it's straight good, he's like 20, 30 minutes, and he's probably struggling to do that. If it's good, he could only last about 15 tops. I love you shit, 5 minutes max. And when it's tight, it's going to be under 5 minutes. I said, this is a good excuse, sir. This is good. He's coming up with his defense mechanism so that by the time you jam up and say, nigga, what was that? That was stupid. That was wasting my time and my lingerie and my sheets. Then he gonna pull out this and say, well, girl, that's because you was on that tight, I love you pussy game. I couldn't do nothing. Wow. I'm like, no, dude. What it basically means is your stroke game is whack. That's what it means. That's what that means. So I just thought I would share that with you ladies. And, so in case you hear this later, right? You hear any kind of, miscellaneous version of these excuses, then you can refer to this meme and be like, no, I consider myself to be a strong and independent. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that because I left my wallet at home, he says. And then there she goes, fading away, fading away. And some Dusty made this, and because they just feel like if a woman is independent, that means they don't have to do anything. If you have a woman who they like to say, well, you are, like a strong black woman, then that means allegedly means then that you're going to carry the load. You're going to be the workhorse and the donkey mule and carry the burden and responsibility and everything while he just takes a ride. But they think they're going to prop you up and make you feel all whatever by telling you, oh, well, you such a strong black woman. You're an independent modern woman, this and that. No, nigga, that's still that. I might be all of that, but you still going to pay when we go out on a date. Why? Because you are supposed to be the strong man, right? So don't be trying to play them games, run them games on nobody. That shit. But they resent that evidently because this comes up a lot. This theme comes up a lot. You see it on social media where they just seem to want to be like, because you feel like you're, because of feminism, so women can have the same job title as a man and get the same pay scale, or have opportunity to go to certain colleges, enter certain careers, and be run for office and vote and only have credit in our own names and stuff like, not get our asses beaten, have laws to protect us against domestic violence and stuff like that. That's what feminism fought for. That's what feminism did for us. But you have these guys, they resent feminism because they want to still be able to beat your ass with impunity because it's not illegal. So they resent that. They resent the fact that you can have a job and have your own credit and then rent your own apartment and get away from them. You're not stuck there with them. You're not under their thumb anymore. They resent that. That's why they resent feminism, because it made them lose control. The control that they've had to, dominate and beat on and financially abuse women. Those they don't have that power anymore, and they hate it. They haven't learned to deal with women. It's an independent, submissive woman. Yeah, that is the dichotomy that they seem to be wishing would materialize. Not gonna happen. This shit was funny. Oh, dude, he's sitting in the little kitty chairs. I'm surprised that little chair, but thought my daughter had a little chair set like that. That thing was fucking indestructible. So yeah, I guess the gorilla could sit on it. But he's me wait for my girl to get dressed and made up nice and pretty, just so I can throw on a stained pair of jeans and a wrinkled T-shirt to take her to Texas Roadhouse. Oh. And it's true. Look at all the stories that we get in the advice column about these nasty men. Remember the dude that would just wear the same clothes and just spray Febreze on himself? He wouldn't even bathe and wash his clothes. You guys remember that letter? I'll never forget that shit as long as I live. Because I just couldn't believe that girl stayed with him. You know how the funk must have just been knocking her down. He bought to bathe once a week, if that, and spray himself with Febreze. Thinking, motherfucker, you could at least use some Lysol or some kind of disinfectant or something to kill the bacteria. No, Febreze. I don't know what to say about these men. Oh, yes, the dude with the booger. Oh, girl. Oh, yeah. These guys, I mean, there's a bunch of them over the years of the grossness, the grossivity. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Next. Now he was responding to some guy who was talking about how, he wants to pursue this girl and something. So this guy came back and was like, well, she needs to be the one chasing emotional intimacy with you, not you chasing emotional intimacy with her. If you're chasing emotional intimacy with her, that's reverse sexual polarity. That's very unattractive to women. Don't chase her heart. I'm going to say this. and he want to call himself Alpha Rivellino. You might not have to chase her heart, but you better show her why investing in yours, giving her you giving hers to you is a smart choice and a good deal. So, in that sense, you do have to chase it because you have to put your best foot forward and prove to her that would be a smart decision on her part. That you that dude, right? So while you're proving that to her, you're performing all these, masculine energy things that's, making her sit up and take notice of your manhood, of your confidence, of how you conduct yourself, of how you talk to her, how dependable you are, how much integrity you have, if you're dependable, those kind of things. If you're, the kind of dude that is a straight shooter, are you playing games and running tricks? What kind of man are you? That is how you chase emotional intimacy with a woman. You show her that she's safe with you, that you're a good investment for her heart. That's what you do. So this guy saying don't chase her heart is wrong. Okay? You just do it in a way that's not really like chasing. You don't beg her. You show her. You prove to her. And then you sit back and you let her make her choice. Yeah, it is total bullshit. It's like, and this is the kind of thing that's unfortunate because a lot of young guys, that don't have much experience with women and they don't have parents who would talk to them openly about this kind of stuff and about how to attract a woman that would be interested in staying with them forever. They don't tell them these things. And so the guys are listening to idiots like these online who are not going to help you get what you want. They're full of trying to manipulate and coerce women into giving you what you want. She's never going to feel safe with you. And the first time that somebody else comes along who talks a better game and is more manipulative than you, she's out because she's not really invested in you like that because she could never trust you. She could never trust you. You was always talking on some bullshit. And so when she wakes up and realizes how you are, and that you didn't really mean any of the stuff you said, and that you was all just full of tricks and lies and games, she's gonna leave you. And then that's when they be in them 5-letter groups online mad because the woman wise up and left them. Motherfucker, if you had approached her like you had some sense and treated her right and acted like a fucking man instead of some kind of manipulative, narcissistic dweeb, then you would have a nice lady. You would have a nice family. You listen to motherfuckers like this, you're going to end up divorced and alone every single time. I'm trying to tell you, women are too smart for this shit. The women who fall for this kind of stuff and would stay with you all died out in like 1965. So you young cats, you thinking this is gonna work for you? This shit ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. You need to wake up. Now this was funny. Oh, this was savage. I almost put this on the savage runner up, but I have other stuff that I thought was even better. Can you believe it? So here come Dan. Your kid's wagon is in my yard again. Oh, come on, Dan. I'm looking at it right now. It's like 3 inches over the property line. That makes it in my yard, says Dan. So what? What is it with you? 3 inches is 3 inches. So then the savage comes out. That must be what Lori told you when she filed for divorce. You'd have to admit that shit was savage. Yeah. Yeah, because 3 inches was 3 inches. Always was and always will be. Wasn't that was like with that psycho music playing in the background? Oh, wait till you see the other savage ones. We have 10 savage runner-ups today and 2 savage winners. There's just so many slides. I try to give you guys a longer show since, this is going to be the last one for this year. Nearly think I am done. That with Dan probably sputtered and got off the phone, didn't know what to say. What you going to say to some shit like that? Oh, we forgot to crop this one. Okay, so anyway, this says, I refuse, this dude no, babe, I'm sorry, I refuse to date, is now dating a guy that's flying her out on trips and always, and taking her around and all this stuff all around the world. See how God used me to bless her, he says. He's taking credit for that. Because, dude's taking her shopping and taking her on trips around the world. See how God used me to, okay, you little narc. Ah, man, super dust. Oh, wait, wasn't this one already here? Why does it end up here twice? Boy, we was messing up today. I guess we got confused. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. The girl's all excited. Did you ever think about us getting back together? And he's like, you ever taken a shit and thought about putting it back in your ass? Ooh. What you girlfriend, I think that's a just no. Yeah, exactly. I was like, trying to like put throw up back together and make it into a delicious meal. Not gonna happen. So, I never understood that getting back together thing. Why do people want to get back together with some shit that they tossed out? I just don't understand that. I say I never want to get back with any of my exes. I just want to run them over with my car. That's my solution. I ain't getting back with you. I escaped that fucking concentration camp. I'm not trying to go back there. That's no. I don't even think it's that. They just lazy. They too lazy to find somebody else. That's all that is. Trauma bonding. That's putting too much on to make it sound all like it's some big important deal. It's just some dumb, lazy fuckers. That's what they are. Rather than go through all the trouble of finding somebody new, you got to learn the person all over again and all stuff. They don't want to do that. They just want to go back to the same old bullshit they left because it's convenient. Now, this right here, how nice guys think eggplant works. And it's true. They have a little stamp card. Like, I was nice. Exactly, Karen. Like, zero effort, exactly. Just get back with what you already know. You already know everything about the person. There's no work involved, no effort. That's why they do it. It's not trauma bonding. Okay, so here they think these nice guys, they feel like it, but I took her out and I didn't talk to her mean like those other guys did, but they don't want to sleep with me. They just only want thugs. They only want men who are going to dog them out. Okay, then you sit there and you look at the little nice guy, and you see that he is a little round head, funny looking so and so. And then you look at the thug, muscular, tall, what they call a thug anyway. Muscular, tall, built up dude, dimples, nice beard, beautiful teeth, got swag, sexual energy just jumps off of him. And then you look over there at the Pillsbury Doughboy with an MBA who thinks that because he's that and he was nice to you 9 times, that you should give him some coochie. And they just really don't seem to get it. I've tried to tell them thousands of times, dude, work on your sexual energy, work on your presentation. Look at what women respond to and then do that. Okay, you can still have your big smart job and all this old stuff, but if you don't have some kind of heat coming off of you, why would she want to fuck you? Okay, you're just gonna be put in the friend zone. And these kind of things, what I call coochie coupons, those don't work in real life. Those only work in your imagination. There's no such thing. Okay, you don't get to like blue chip stamps. You buy something. I don't know. Y'all's probably too young to know about blue chip stamps. I think they wore out in the 80s or early 90s or something. But yeah, you used to like go to these stores and you could buy something, right? And so you would buy something and they would give you so many stamps and then you would save these stamps in a little book. And then they had a catalog and they had like a store and you could take your little books in there and then you could trade the books of stamps for merchandise. It was wonderful. It was the best thing ever. And man, we used to save those stamps. We would come in there, Mommy, I found 2 stamps on the street. So we wet them with some water and stick them in that little book and stuff. Honey, that was the shit. And it gave us as a kid the concept of delayed gratification, because we could look in the catalog and see something that we wanted, and then we would save up stamps for it because my parents couldn't afford it. We would put our stamps together, and we would get it. And man, we'd be stamps. It was a very interesting time. But yeah, but this is the mentality. But yeah, they had S&A's green stamps, and they also had some blue ones. They had green ones and they had some blue ones too. They had 2 kinds. But you're right. But yeah, whatever. We always had the blue ones mostly at our house. We did green ones too, but we mostly the blue ones. But this right here is the complaints that they have because they feel like because they got a job, because they finished school, because they never been in prison, because they talk to women nice, even though there's always that undertone, that creepy undertone of the way they look at you and talk to you and stuff. It's just kind of off-putting. And so they think they're being nice to you, but really what they're doing is being creepy. And so women don't respond to them well, and they don't understand it. They have this undercurrent of rage, and because they've been rejected so many times, and instead of hitting some psychologist's couch and working on that so they can approach women with clean energy, they make they have attitudes like this. It's just a trip. Oh, top value stamps. Okay, so see, people understand it. Yeah, they was like money. It was really amazing. Yeah, no sex appeal at all. None. 0. Okay. Okay, ladies. This is supposed to be why you're still single, right? Because men are saying, that they shouldn't settle with a woman who won't do these things. So, if you're concerned about your status and you feel like, why am I still single? They feel like you probably are just because you're doing these things like, that's on this list. Now, the love you, of course, that should go without saying. I don't even understand why that's even on there. But look at the rest of this stuff. Seek only your attention. Why? You ain't giving out no Nobel Peace Prizes and stuff like that. Okay, so no, I'm going to seek some professional attention if nothing else. Okay. Dress and act feminine. Why? That's not always a comfortable thing. And I don't feel like walking around like a fucking dress up Barbie all the goddamn time. You do it. You like heels and dresses so fucking much. You put some on then. This shit is uncomfortable. Start a family with you. That don't mean maybe you're not a good dad material. Maybe you have fucked up genes in your family. Maybe she don't want to destroy her body with bearing you some kids. I mean, she can still love you, but that don't mean she want to be pregnant and having babies and all of that. You know how many women die in childbirth and have all kind of other complications birthing these kids you all claim you want? Respect your parents. Are your parents respect worthy? Are they some bullshit artists? Are they on them kind of parents that feel like nothing will ever be good enough for their darling son? Remove your stress. Remove your own stress. That's what you got the gym membership for. So then they want to just be like jumping up and down on you all the time. That's their only stress reliever. No, motherfucker, I have shit to do. And plus, you ain't that good at it. If you were, then somebody might want to fuck you more often. But, you no. It's okay, but it ain't the kind of shit where people racing home, ripping off their clothes the second they come in the door because they want some. You ain't on that level. So you relieve your stress in some other kind of way. Hit the running track or hit them steel or something. Submit to you, never. Clean for you. Clean up after your damn self. What's wrong with you? You want a mommy? Cook for you. She could cook sometimes. I think every adult should know how to cook, actually. So while she's cooking, you should cook too. Okay? Respect you, that should go without saying. You must respect each other. Follow you where? You might not be good at leading. Most men aren't. You don't think about the fine details, and then shit ends up all fucked up. Whereas if you made a joint decision with your partner, then that you would have avoided those pitfalls. And obey you, what is she, Lassie or some shit? So you see, this whole thing is stupid, and I just don't understand why anybody in 2021 would even think like this. These guys' minds, there's something wrong with them. It's kind of sad, to tell you the truth. Okay, then this little dude, he's thinking he's, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I could just imagine him saying this. Let me change this so you guys can see this better. How do I do this? I want to make this bigger. Oops. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I had it right. I messed up. All right. Red flags in women. Her hair is never done. In parentheses, that means she broke. Her hair is always done. That means she got a bald head. Now, see what that means? It's like, okay, so what? You wrong no matter what you do. You're wrong. Any color other than white on toes. Who has white toenails? Taller than 5'7". Says she hates men. Wears socks with sandals. Oh, too many male friends. Doesn't open her what? Oh, DMs. Watches crime shows. I'm guilty of that. Doesn't own athletic shoes. That means that she's lazy. Only into scammers and drug dealers. That means she's dumb. Makes fun of 9-to-5s. No job. Says she needs a nigga to pay her bills. Living a fantasy. So he says those are red flags that you should avoid in women. You only 5 feet, Onyx? You little smurfette, you. Nearly 5. You know what? I always wanted to be 5'7". I never made it, though. My parents told me it was because I wouldn't drink my milk. I'm like, ugh. Well, if that's what it requires, then I'm 5'5". That's good enough. Yes, exactly, Diana. These are red flags in men. In actuality. So I don't know. I just, this came in. Someone took a screenshot of it. So I'm like, okay, well, we need to display this. That's the men thing. That's what I'm saying. Women don't wear socks with sandals. That's what men do. I talked about that a couple of weeks ago. We had a thing where they was talking about, men wearing Crocs and how they should put on flip flops. And I'm like, yeah, they do, but then they wear the flip flops with socks, and it just looks stupid. So that's when they wear white socks. I can't take it. And then them long shorts that come like mid calf, and then they wear them ankle calf white socks and some flip flop them slide shoes. Oh, I'm not about that look at all. That is a major turnoff to me. Yeah. Well, he wanted her to open up her DM so he could see who's sending her. I guess. I don't know. So this was so cute. So somebody, his friends like, yeah, you Gucci? He said, ooh, I'm in love with the heart and everything. And dude's response was, I was just checking on the rain and fucking you up. But that's good to know too, LMAO. And so dude, he's just so enthusiastic. Shorty is really fire, bro. And she got an even better personality. Nigga, I will drive through 3 hurricanes to see her again. I'm like, girlfriend, she must got that snapalicious. And plus she got a better personality too. So he in love. This is like one of them, I'm a wife her up moments. Because usually they don't be that open and enthusiastic with their friends like that. So he is really smitten with this girl. I was cracking up. He called her Shorty. But I just thought, see, this is anyway. I wanted to include this. It's not really a dusty news thing, but it's when women, if you meet a dude and he's not feeling like this about you, and you feel like you have to earn his attention, you calling him, you chasing him down, you asking him when we gonna see each other again. He don't put forth no effort to be with you. He doesn't put forth the effort to see you. He dodges you. He cancels on the last minute. He don't show up on time. All that kind of stuff. Reflect on this. Reflect on this, and then understand that you are accepting garbage. You're accepting garbage. It's just unbelievable. But that's how they should be when they meet you. Just smitten. Just like, can't get enough of you. And it's real, not narcissistic play. I mean, he really is feeling it. You can tell. They just, I don't know, they just can't get enough of you, which is really kind of, sometimes it's a little much. Because, you just feel like, oh my God, dude, can I even fart? Because you just here all the time. But it's really interesting. But, this is the kind of attitude where, he is so enamored of you and it's real that he just cannot get enough of you. That's the kind of situation you want. If you have symptoms where settling for anything less than that, it's just horrible. Exactly, Sumi. He should. So these dudes want to have a secret relationship. They don't want nobody to know about you. I mean, all these kind of things that women put themselves through and be upset about. It's like, you don't need to be upset about that. Just get rid of him. He's not about you. Not the way you would want him to be. It's not. Just let that go. So this was funny. John got clowned. John got clowned. So John sends a message to this lady and he says, he's like, I want to kiss you everywhere. And she's like, everywhere? And he's like, I could just imagine his nasty fantasy self. Omaha, Nebraska, Springfield, Ohio, Red Lobster. So he's like, stop. Radio Shack. Ooh. But I bet you one thing, she gonna broke him of that habit. Because she's just clowned him. Who does that? Yes, Anna, that's exactly it. Anna B. Privacy, not secrecy. That is the key. He should be proud to tell everybody that you're his lady. He should be happy that you're a couple. You shouldn't be a dirty little secret. Yeah, this dude is just so gross. Who does that kind of stuff? And they always do this shit, these from the internet. This was internet dating. I cut the rest off. But it was like some internet date site. This trash. This was funny. She's like, please, please bring toxic masculinity back. Because why I show up on a date and me and him was wearing the same shirt. That would fuck me up. And so then Gabriel says, well, who looked better? And she said, he ate me up. I had to wear my jacket. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah. Who looked better? Oh, that would have messed me up all the way up. Can you imagine? You going on a date and you just pretty pink lacy blouse on, and then here come dude wearing the same shirt. That wouldn't work for me. That day would be over. And she's like, I don't never delete a message just in case a motherfucker want to lie about July 23rd, 1862. I was crying. They didn't even have texts in 1862. But you know what I mean? Oh, that was so funny. But that's you, Onyx. Honey, I'm telling you, don't women turn into like some kind of like Homeland Security combination, FBI combination, uh, what you call it, yard, Scotland Yard, kind of investigator. Suddenly, if something happens, it's like, that's what they were talking about. I remember when they was looking for Osama bin Laden. We was all making jokes. It's like all you have to do is tell him that he's cheating on his wife and watch the women find his ass in 24 hours. It's like, oh no, we gonna get this motherfucker. We gonna find his ass. That's all y'all had to do. Say he cheating on his wife, and we want to find him so we could, she could get her revenge. And then every married woman and then half the single ones too would have been looking for his ass, and he would have been found in mere hours. FBI couldn't find his ass for months. Yeah, isn't that funny? This was sad too. Look at that little ugly, whatever that's supposed to be, little alien looking dog. When you come back home to your ugly, lame ass girlfriend after a long day of trying to cheat and getting curved. Oh, oh, because that is an ugly little thing right there. But look at his expression on his face, though. That was funny. And dusty as hell. You're not as dusty. You can't even cheat right. You got curved all day, and now you back at home with your girl, and you ain't cheated, but you mad because you ain't cheated. Oh my God. For those who are just joining us, this is a silly show. I mean, I know people be like, oh, it's a relationship show. Yeah, well, this is the last one of the season. Every summer we do this on Friday nights. We just laugh. People send in from the channels that send in memes and screenshots of stuff they found all over the internet. And I put them in slides. And then we just read people and roast them and just laugh at them into oblivion. That's what we do here. And so this is the last show of it. So I'm glad you're here. You get to enjoy the festivities with us. Be sure to hit that subscription button before you go, though. And the like. Okay. Miss Tia. It has a good point here. Miss Tia is like, we are legitimately living in a time where men are questioning the benefits of having a wife. Although most of them say they believe in, one kind of religious entity after of another, or of one sort of another, they still do ask this question though. They just don't see the bit. So then to me, that's like, okay, but you say you believe and you follow this mandate, this religious script. And in there it says that, you're supposed to be married before you do certain other things, right? And so they want to try to hold women to those standards. You need to be this and submit and be a Proverbs 31. It's like, okay, but then look at yourself, sir. Look at how you're conducting yourself. Where's what you doing in this book anywhere? Show me that part. I just want to see that part. And so, it becomes really interesting. So for them to say that and they want to use women up in every way possible, but they're Christian or they're Muslim or they, whatever they are. And then they want to turn around and say, well, I don't understand. I don't, need a wife. I just want some pussy and I just cook for me and submit to me. So they want all the benefits of a wife, but they don't want to actually take one. That's why you ladies need to stop giving them those benefits. They should not have them. Okay, that you don't give them the benefits of being the wife, and you're not the wife. Okay, let's move on. Now this guy claims Dr. Alexander Hamilton. Okay, alter ego. I don't know what that's supposed to be all about. Okay, so these are a lot of women down there in that audience, those in that class. Those are a lot of ladies. A note to our professional Black women. Want to know why you're alone at the top? Look no further than this picture of the incoming law school class at my alma mater, Howard University. There's a war on Black men in this country, and a lot of our so-called HBCUs are perpetuating it. Now, um, these sisters are smart. These sisters got into Howard Law, which is, it's a good law school from HBCU. It's good. Now, if the brothers applied and didn't get in, what does that mean? It means they weren't good enough. There's no war on them. They're just not good enough. Okay, so they didn't get a spot. It's a competition. You don't get one just because you walk around with your dick in your hand. You get a spot because you earned it. Your grades reflect it. Your extracurricular activities reflect it. The mark that you made in your community, from your volunteering, that reflects it. Your entry essay reflects it. So, if you got some these is not measuring up, then my brother, what you need to do is start some kind of program to help them level up so that they can apply next year and get in. That's what you need to do. Instead of you trying to focus on telling black women that they're too good and that's why they're alone at the top and trying to make them feel bad about their achievements, success, and intellect. See, you want to try them to dumb themselves down in order to give black men a leg up. Fuck you and them. Okay? Let me just be blunt. You don't deserve it. You didn't do shit to earn it. And it's not gonna go to you. These sisters busted their ass to make this shit happen. A lot of these girls come from, relatively low income families that pulled everything they had together to get them where they are. All in debt and all kind of shit. Eating, skipping meals, all kind of stuff you hear from these students about how their families sacrifice because they're going to be the first one to go. Maybe it was the first one to go to college, the first one to go to law school. These people believe in their daughters and they're proving it. They're showing it. Now, your sons are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's their fucking fault and yours for your bad parenting. So you shut up, sir. They're only alone at the top because they keep being stuck on trying to get them a black man that's a peer. All they have to do is go to a man of another race because those colleges are full of dudes. Universities from all over the world are full of men, just not black men from the United States. Okay? We're going to actually be talking about that on Sunday. We're having a show, or we're going to do a show on interracial relationships. This is not the divestment movement topic. Okay, so I don't want anybody talking about, divest. That's not the issue here. We already did that topic. We're going to be talking about the actual relationships themselves, the pros, the cons, the ins and outs, the differences. What do you sacrifice? What do you gain? Is it challenging? What kind of stuff happens in your family? Theirs. This kind of stuff, the nitty gritty. That's what we want to talk about. The real stuff that you are going to be faced with if you enter into some of these relationships. Some people's families are not down with it. What happened? What do you do? How do you handle it? Stuff like that. That's what I want to talk about. We're not talking about the divestment stuff. We've already addressed that. That's done. You're into Onyx, well then please try to listen in if you can. I'll be I have my panel, but I'm going to be asking people that have some commentary to certain parts of the segment. We are going to be talking about the children of these mixed marriages, how is life for them? What struggles do they encounter as well? So there's, I want to cover this in a really good detail. And, I think I have a pretty strong panel. I have a couple of backup guests just in case somebody on the panel has to cancel at the last minute. And I'm going to be, we'll be posting the information so you guys can call in and, share stories to it at the appropriate time. So that's on Sunday. Be sure to check the channel homepage and set a reminder so you can get a notification about that. It'll start at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's 7 if you're on the East Coast. No, Trace, I got a full panel now, but like I said, I'm going to be taking, everybody, you're going to have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts. So the panel, though, is going to be there, discussing the stuff at the top. And then in the second half of the show, I'll be taking calls from the audience. Okay. So let's move on over here. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because this, this comes up a lot where they trying to, chastise sisters for being successful and educated and trying to make something of themselves because black men are being left behind. They want you to, dull your shine and slow your roll to, pick them up and carry them on your back with you. Fuck them. You get there the best way you can, just like we did. Now, this one, I can't, decide if he's trying to, complain or if he was just stating a fact, because it was kind of interesting, his approach. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under condition that he provides something. So, I'm trying to listen to this. Thanks, Sumi. That's there you go. That's perfect. Because, you have an opportunity, if you want to call in and share your experience. Yeah, I couldn't figure out if he's, if he's letting people know, like, dudes, this is what it is, or if he's complaining about it. See, I couldn't quite, figure out what his angle was here. It's not clear. He just, the way he puts it. But, I'm trying to figure out, through time, men have had to be useful. What would make you think that somebody's supposed to love you at all, whether unconditionally or not, at all, and you ain't about nothing? You don't do shit. You're just sitting there being useless. I tease my little cousin, though. He's special needs, though, but, he's funny. We have a good relationship. And a couple of months ago, I called him up, and I was like, well, what you up to? Well, nothing, he says. I said, well, how's your job going and stuff? Oh, I'm not working there anymore, he says. He's since got his job back, but something happened, so they laid him off. I said, so what are you doing all day? Nothing. I said, so basically, are you telling me that you're just useless? And he sat there and he said, yes, cousin. And we fell out laughing. But, but like I said, he's special needs. And so he, doesn't have the capability of a regular full capacity adult male. And so, I'm trying to figure out what man thinks, why are you supposed to get, where's all this love supposed to be coming from? And you ain't about shit and don't do shit and all you do is talk shit. Why would anybody love you? What do you bring to somebody's world that would just make them so passionate about your existence in their world? See, they think that you just run around, handing out love like, oh, here, let me just throw you some. Boo. It's not like that. I don't know. But, in my mind, and I just want everybody, you don't have to agree with me, there's no such thing as unconditional love. Every love has conditions on it. If you love somebody and you don't have conditions, you're a fool. Because that means you'll just take anything and still give the same attention, affection, and devotion to them, no matter how they treat you in return. Nah. Nope. Not gonna do it. Yeah, they just want to expect you. Exactly, Diana. Just sitting there, just breathing. Oh, love me. No. I'm gonna love somebody who puts forth an effort to make me happy. That ain't you. You don't want to do shit. You love electricity, girl. I'm trying to tell you. Food. I love it when I open my refrigerator and it's like all bursting at the seams with shit. First, fresh produce and fruit and stuff. My little organic free range eggs and my little stuff all in there. I'll be like, ooh, look at this. This is just, I'm going to have a feast. I like that shit. Okay, this is an exchange I had with this young lad. First of all, he wrote this fucking novel on the wall. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Darge, I'm going to guess. Sisters walk around tight all the time. We want them. They're just so goddamn angry. You're afraid to talk to them. Notice the lack of punctuation. I'm adding that in. I just want you to notice. You give a pleasant look, left out the A, and they frown. I'm afraid to introduce myself like a gentleman. They don't understand shit. White girls smile back. Black women are just too fucking angry, and they complain about us too damn much. They think their ass is gold, and you have to jump through hoops just to get a smile from their ass. Ease up, sisters. Smile when you see us. Stop being so fucking tight. Your ass ain't special. There's too many females in the world for you to think you needed by any man. Don't get mad. Use your damn head. White girls do. Black women be looking sexy good, but they act unsexy. A smile is all you need. Okay, and on the next page is my response. Okay, everybody get that? You get that? First of all, take the caps lock off, put in some proper punctuation. There's no period in here anywhere. I put all the emphasis and broke this up into periods as I was reading it because it's just too fucking the lack of education is just jumping off the page. Okay, so this was Deb's response to Mr. Harris. And I am afraid I went slightly in on dude. Oh, shall I read it in my voice? I'm sure those of you who know me could probably do that for me, but let me just proceed. Yeah, I'm telling you, Onyx, no punctuation. Darge Harris, nigga, all you thinking about is your dick. Black women are tired of dusty ass dick in hand niggas trying to holler. We get tight lipped because we already know the bullshit you about to spit. Don't nobody give a fuck about you chasing Mary Louise, Becky, Maylene, Tran, or Juanita. Help yourself. Black women are not in competition for men at the bottom. You all on your own jock right now with your non-spelling, poor punctuation ass. Fuck out of here. Now, that tone of voice when I was typing this is exactly how I meant it. Non-spelling, poor punctuation ass. Nigga, go take your happy ass back to school. How about you do that? I just wanted him to know. Nobody give a fuck about what you talking about, sir. You know, when I say sir, I don't mean it in a polite way. My sir is equivalent to motherfucking nigga shithead fool. Okay, but sir is more socially correct. But when I say it, but trust, it's with a lot of disdain. It ain't polite. So if I come up to you and I say, well, yes, sir. Understand, you just got called all kind of names that I shortened it down into 3 letters. I'm smiling, no motherfucker. See, that's the thing they don't understand. A lot of women laugh and smile when they're nervous. They don't know what else to do. Black women do know what to do. And so we just look at them and cuss them out or tell them to get out of our face and stuff like that. We're more assertive, definitely more aggressive. But, women of other nationalities, although I had some Chinese friends and they was gangster as hell and stuff, and they just they was not about that life. They're not going to smile at you. They're going to cuss you out just like a sister and do it in Chinese. So it'd be really doubly fucked up because the nigga didn't even know what they was saying. But it was like, yeah, they are the exception. But a lot of, I think it's like a cultural thing. And there are some white girls who real gangster too, but most of them are not. They're a little bit more sedate, and I think it's just a cultural difference. And so they tend to be more, their way of doing with conflict is passive aggressive, whereas ours is just aggressive. And then when a situation like that, they're more easily frightened and they don't know what to do. So they smile and they laugh. And that is kind of like a method that a lot of people use when they want to, kind of placate the other person or the situation that they feel is threatening. They try to ease the tension and ease the threat by smiling and laughing and engaging in some little light banter and all this stuff. Whereas I'd be like, well, I don't give a fuck about you. Get out of my face. And you keep talking to me, I'm gonna tap your ass with the sun gun. I don't say that part. I just be reaching for it in my pocket. They turn that switch on. So as soon as I tap your ass with it, you gonna fry up right quick, like some fries at McDonald's. All kind of crispy and crunchy right on the floor. Don't fuck with me. And I'm not smiling for you. You want me to smile, motherfucker? That cost $1,000. And I want it put on my Cash App right now. Then I'll show you my teeth. I ain't no reason me showing you my teeth, nigga. You sitting around and walking around talking about, smile. That's all we want. I don't give a fuck. You ain't paying me to smile. That costs money. That costs effort. And it costs my time. And my time is valuable. And I'm not wasting it on you if I'm not getting nothing out of it. That's just how I feel. So I walk around like that. I'm not smiling at you unless you line my pockets with some silver. Shit. Fucking nigga. Now, Here we go. We got 10 of these. I had to remind myself, so I changed it to slide to say 10. Here we go. I didn't say women are there to entertain them or something. I kept really not figuring out where this mentality of entitlement to control complete strangers' faces and time comes from. But they, a lot of them have that. I told you about the white boy. There was a white boy telling me you're gonna walk all the way through the BART train, past all the white people to come to the end where I was, right before you go to the other car, and then sit there and stand in front of me and tell me to smile. I cussed his monkey ass out. See me sitting up there telling me what to do with my face, little motherfucker. You're gonna pass all the white women. Why don't you stop and tell them one of them to smile? And you know me, I'm loud on the train. And so all the white people just started looking. Everybody got quiet and started looking, thinking, "Ooh, is she gonna drop kick him? Is she gonna kick him in his testes? What's going on here?" And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, you better keep it moving, keep going right on through that other door and go to the next BART train where you was going. Don't ever tell me some shit like that. But but to just see that racial aspect, like because you white male, you think that if you gonna stop in front of me and command me what to do, and you pass at least 50 white women on your way through this fucking car to get to where I am to tell me the one black woman on this whole train car to smile at you. Fuck you. Yeah, me and honey, my BART tails. Ooh, I had some real issues on BART. That's why I don't take it anymore. I just drive my car. If I can't go in my car, I don't go. Here we go. This was so savage. This was so savage. If you single, post a recent picture of yourself so we can see why no one wants you. I was rolling. I was like, who would do something so fucked up? That's kind of messed up. But it was funny, you have to admit. And then when they have stuff like those people, they say, "Oh, post a picture of you," right? They post it, and people be posting a picture. They say, "Post a picture and tell how old are you today," and all this kind of stuff. And people be putting all that stuff up there. I would never do that. I just be looking at them like, I was not gonna tell you that. And I'm not posting no pictures so you can be scrolling through and then figure out, dudes, they want to see which women is what you look like. And then they're going to slide into your DM based on the picture you post in the thread. I know that trick. I wasn't born yesterday. Girl, HGD, I don't take BART anymore. I haven't been on BART. Shoot, probably, way before COVID. It was probably about 3-4 years by now. But I used to take it every day, and I had like a regular job in the city. And I worked at this law firm down on Montgomery Street. Then I worked at another law firm at 101 California. And then I worked at another law firm that was in Embarcadero. I hopped around. And then after that, I said, fuck San Francisco. And that was that. I started working in Palo Alto so I could be in my car. No, I don't really go to San Francisco anymore. That's my hometown, but I just really don't go there. Everything I need is on this side. And I don't like it. When I go over there, it just distresses me to see what it looks like now. And it's just too many white people. I mean, sad to say, it used to be a city of very mixed racial heritage. I mean, somebody of every corner of the world was there. And I loved it. I loved it. Now it's just mostly white people. And it's just, so homogenous. And just the flavor is gone. And it's just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't want to go over there anymore. Okay, let's move on. This is cold. This is so cold. Dude, why are you going to do her like that? Honey, did I ever tell you that you cook well? And she's like, all happy. Oh, no, babe. And he said, so why do you keep cooking? Oh, 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 vicious. So vicious. It was so vicious. Yeah, he slammed her. That was mean. And look how they did the close up of him laughing like the shit was funny. I don't know. He probably over there with Nita. Over there buying her some shoes. I got to find out what size she wears So when she get ready to get rid of her Manolo Blahniks, I'm gonna have them send them to me. Okay, now I want you to notice the placement of her hands on his shoulders. Notice that part. Notice the high cliff that he's sitting on. Okay. This is an amazing view, babe. Her. So who is Jasmine? Oh, dude. I feel sorry for you. You better come up with a real good answer and you better do it quick before you be meeting your maker. Because that looked like a long way down. Baby daddies are always like, don't be bringing random guys around my kid. Okay, first of all, you are a random guy to your kid. I was like, oh, that's a bit savage, but in so many, it's kind of true. It be true because the kid's like, who that? That's your daddy. Oh, says the child. What my daddy look like? I ain't seen my daddy. They see the daddy. They see the daddy when they 2. Then they'll see the daddy again till they 11. Oh, I'm your daddy. The little kid's like, oh, you are? you know, I didn't know. I thought my daddy was dead. No, I ain't dead. Well, you acted like you was dead. Ain't nobody seen you. Stuff like that. Woman, our son called me a bitch. That son of a bitch. Look at her face. Ooh, the savagery. Yep, cigarettes and some milk. Don't never come back. I'm like, dude, wasn't this? Isn't that the dude? What's that show? I never watched it. This looks like the guy that was in that movie, that TV show. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I know a lot of y'all used to watch it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Nunu is breaking them down. Nunu is putting it on big business on Front Street. Y'all only be picking about women on the internet. I be seeing them bitches y'all be fucking. They be sitting up there hugged up with one of them little troll dolls like, dude. Remember in the earlier side with his little ugly girlfriend? They be having a little ugly girlfriend. Breaking Bad, thank you. They be having these little ugly girlfriends, or they be all misbuilt and stuff, built like a humpback whale, I mean, or Quasimodo or somebody in the face, and they be like, oh yeah, and then they be out trying to cheat, trying to get, trying to complain about some way somebody looks, and it's like, look at that shit you got. You need to shut up. She was so savage. Him, you will never find another nigga like me. What's all them different up and down letters? I suppose it means something in internet talk, but I forgot what it means. Yes, girl, SpongeBob. Me, I hope the fuck not. I hate you. She just was like straight with it. I don't want nobody like you. So you tell me I'll never find one. That's a fucking blessing, sir. My God. You know? Oh, dang, you guys going in the Scottish cheese legs. Oh my God. It's clown language. I know there's something, it means something, but I forgot what it means. Mm-hmm. Is voice inflections? Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I just remember that it's supposed to mean something, but in one ear and out the other. This shit was funny. I let my nieces and nephews do whatever they want to because what the fuck they mom and daddy gonna do to me? All they gonna do is complain. Oh, you shouldn't have let them have all that candy. I used to love to do. You know what? Now nobody asks me to babysit. I think that's why. Because I really don't like it. But then I have babysit the kid. Sometimes people, they ask me, "We want to go out with us," and that. I was like, "Can you babysit?" Okay, but I bet you won't ask me again. I load them little motherfuckers up with so much candy, ice cream. Oh, I have them in there. We baking a cake. We making cookies. We doing all kind of stuff. And the sugar is just off the chart. Kids be running around like they just on speed or something, and it's sugar, and they just shoom, 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 shoom. They can't be still, right? And so then I just time it real good so it'll hit about 2 hours before their parents come, and so then when the parents come, the kids are just out of control. Oh yeah, well I help them. We bake cookies, and I let them decorate them with the sprinkles and the little colored chips and everything. More sugar. And so they sitting up there happy as hell. They sitting up there eating that stuff, right? Just going crazy. And then I said, "Oh, let's have like ice cream with our cake." I don't even have ice cream in my house. I go to the store and buy some. And then we're going to put the frosting on there and we cut it up and we're going to have cake and ice cream. Oh, and then look, let's watch TV. Let's have some popcorn. You want some caramel popcorn? Let's have that. Let's do it. Oh, yes. And then, honey, they come and pick their kids up. Kids are out of control. Kids, they wouldn't even sleep last night. Wow, that's so messed up. But we had fun, though. But we don't want you to babysit anymore. Oh. Mission accomplished. I don't want to babysit your raggedy ass kids. Shit. So like, I'll just call myself trying to do you a favor, but you didn't really like my favor, so keep your kids at your house then. This was savage. She was so savage. My husband, being unhappy with my mood swings, bought me a mood ring the other day so he would be able to monitor my moods. We discovered that when I'm in a good mood, it turns green. And when I'm in a bad mood, it leaves a big red mark on his fucking forehead. Maybe next time he'll buy me a diamond. Ooh, the savagery. It leaves a big red mark on his fucking forehead. I didn't know what to do with that. I sure do this. Very sorry he bought that damn mood ring. Oh. Yes, Christine. Okay, now look at this one. Now this is true though. Said you ever fucked a dude and thought his baby mama doing all that over this bullshit? Now, ladies, I understand. I know exactly what she's talking about. And it's like, really, he should go back to you because you probably the only one that thinks he's a coxman. Because right now I'm thinking I just done wasted some time. And I'm going to be sending him back to you expeditiously. Because you like this shit. I was like, oh, when is this going to be over? This is horrible. I don't care if it only lasts 5 minutes like the other slide. It's 5 minutes too long. I don't like it. I want you to stop. Okay, that was the end of the 10. Now we got two. We got two savage winners. I don't know what they are. I'll let Candace pick them this time. And I did the other 10, but I let her pick the winners. Yes, Iron Maiden, that's what I'm saying. And then you put your fresh sheets and stuff on there, your brand new, what you call them, Swiss cotton sheets and all that stuff in there is all smooth and feeling all good. And then this motherfucker come in there and it just was like a waste of your time. That makes me mad. Okay, here we go. I hope you guys do hit the subscription button. See, this is hinting. This is a hint. Hit the subscription button and then the instant notification bell so that when we do shows, you get the message. Okay, let's go. The Y line. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Okay, so he said you match with Sarah. So Hari, whatever. The more Y's somebody has in their hey, the more interested they are in you, he says. With that being said, hey, and he put 4 Y's. And she broke back he with no Y at all. And I thought, okay, this is some severe savagery, witty, to the point, just stabbed him right in the heart with just 2 letters of the alphabet. I think that was the shortest savagery that I've ever witnessed in my life. 2 letters. Just 2. Oh, I'm like, damn, girl. What's he gonna say to that though? If I was a dude, yeah, exactly, Anna. I would just go into hiding. I would go down and live in whatever that little land is where SpongeBob and them live. I would. That's where you would find me. Okay, and here's our final winner for the final show of this season. I'm glad everybody is here with me. I got something else to show you after this. Big L, come with the hit. I swear to God, I don't want to hear men's innermost thoughts and feelings. LMAO, keep it to yourself like back in the olden days. Let the stress and pain lead you to an early death so your widow can collect your pension and finally be happy without you, the way it should be. I was like, okay. What you... If I were a guy and somebody told me that, I would just hang my head in shame and think, why am I even living? Why am I breathing? Why am I even alive? She don't want me to be alive. She want to collect my pension. You guys have to admit that shit was savage as hell. That was savage as hell. Oh, I didn't know what to say about that, but let me see. I have something else I want to show you guys. Oh, yeah. I've been in this thing. I'm making these little promos for the channel, and I made a new one the other day. So I think the response to a lot of the women that come on this channel for What the Fuck Tuesday, this is the answer for them. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, just fooling around making all kind of stuff because I want to do more promotion of the channel. But let me remind you guys to be here on Sunday. If you have any interest or curiosity in interracial relationships, that's going to be our panel discussion this Sunday. It starts at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 7 if you're on the East Coast, 6 Central time. And I have a great group of panelists, and then we have a lot of people that will be in the audience. I'm going to let them call in the second half of the show and share their experience with interracial relationships or as the product of an interracial relationship. It should be interesting. And, so come with your questions. We'll be taking questions. Even if you don't want to call in, I'll be taking your questions. So think of, some things that you would want to ask. And if you're too shy to do it during the show, just email it to me in advance at survivingdating@gmail.com, and then we'll figure out what I'll put all the questions in and ask the panel the questions myself. So that's Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. This was our last DNN of the summer for 2021, but it'll be coming back again next summer as usual. Thanks, you guys, for coming, and I will see you on Sunday, then again on Tuesday for What the Fuck Tuesday. See you later. Bye-bye.